Hi, welcome to the Wednesday TNT, whipping around Thailand, all the main news stories, and acknowledging 5-Star Marine. 5starmarinephuket.com should have the Luminescence Tour video ready by maybe this weekend. Might even use it to kick off my new YouTube channel. Just to take off the hat, looks a bit silly with this shirt. Then again, everything looks a bit silly with this shirt, including me, perhaps. Now, we're talking about a serious bus crash in the north of Thailand today. At least 10 people have been injured. New laws for jet skis in Pattaya. We've got the tuk-tuk drivers up in Chiang Mai whinging about a bit of competition. A beautiful ship visiting Phuket. And we're going to kick off with a story about Kamala. And yes, somewhere on that page we can find the headline, Huge Python Caught at Kamala. And a 100-kilogram python was spotted swimming about 50 metres from shore yesterday. The sighting caused alarm among tourists, I bet it did. And using 5 to 6 jet skis, nice to see jet skis being useful for a change, lifeguards ventured out to safely capture the over 3 metre long python and bring it back to shore. And after giving people a lot of time to take photos with this poor creature, it was released back into its natural habitat. Yes, that would be a bit of a surprise if I was swimming just offshore on any beach and a 3.5 metre python came to say hello. Now, we were speaking of jet skis, let's head to Pattaya. Bangkok Post reporting Pattaya clears beachfront of jet skis. And the Pattaya City and the Marine Department have launched Better Pattaya Bay, aimed at improving the management of speedboat, jet ski and banana boat services along Pattaya Beach. The intention is to ensure the beach remains free of marine motorsport activity within 200 metres of the shore. This according to the Pattaya Mayor. Jet ski and other services have lacked designated pickup points for renters because Pattaya City did not have a pier where they could be based, and operators parked and picked up passengers anywhere along the 2.7 kilometres of beachfront from north to south Pattaya. Let's go to the PattayaNews.com and says Pattaya cracks down on beach safety with new jet ski and speedboat rules. And operators will be required to pick up tourists only at designated spots, including one in North Pattaya, one in South Pattaya, and jet skis are prohibited from coming within 200 metres of the shore to provide safety for swimmers. And this policy has been in effect since November the 1st. And unless you've been living under a rock over the past 20 years, you would, of course, know about the jet ski scams. And they happen at any place. They rent jet skis off any beach, just about anywhere in Thailand. Just be aware, if you do have to rent a jet ski, if you really want to, pretty expensive, but take lots of photos of the jet ski that you're going to be on. Otherwise, you might be hit with some strange damage costs when you get back. It's a very popular scam. All right, heading down to the border now, down the border. I spoke yesterday about an article I wrote many years ago about exactly what happens at that border town of Sungai Kolok, and Bangkok Post has jumped on the bandwagon. Young Malaysians sneaking into Thailand for wild nights out. And young Malaysians looking for a wild night out are sneaking illegally across the border into Narathiwat's Sungai Kolok district, according to a Malaysian police chief. He says young Malaysians leave their vehicles at Rantau Panjang and illegally across the Kolok River into Thailand to enjoy the nightlife. Sungai Kolok bustles on weekends when visitors from Malaysia spend time and money in its nightclubs and other entertainment venues. And he says most of these youngsters go to Thailand on Thursday evening and return to Kelantan on Saturday. And the Kelantan police chief said yesterday that he proposed that the state's chief minister build a wall along the Kolok riverbank opposite Sungai Kolok to curb cross-border crime. And more than that, he said he's going to make Thailand pay for it. Now, an article that was written back in 2014 was already reporting this phenomenon. This was written by Patrick Wynn, Red Like Jihad, Insurgency in Thailand Party Town. And he said, you won't find Kolok on the cover of any guidebook. It's a surreal sex destination that Thailand's tourism authorities don't like to talk about. It's a little bit Tijuana, a little bit Kabul. It's actually a good read if you want to type in Patrick Wynne, Red Light Jihad, quite a good article if you'd like to catch up on a slice of life that a lot of people don't know about right down in the deep, deep south of Thailand. To some more serious news here on TNT, let's talk bus crashes. Been plenty of them in recent months. ThePattaya reporting bus carrying 48 passengers collides with truck in Phrae, 10 people seriously injured. And at 6:30 yesterday, and Song police officers in Phrae responded to a major accident involving a bus carrying 48 passengers and a trailer truck. And the bus had veered off the road and collided with a tree. And emergency crews had to use heavy equipment to prevent the bus from sliding into a ravine. Picture there of the trailer truck that it crashed into, and according to the police, 10 passengers were seriously injured and all injured individuals were transported to nearby hospitals. And the bus originally departed from Bangkok, was heading to Chiang Rai. According to the police, the accident occurred on a downhill curve when the bus collided with a truck coming from Lampang. Another bus crash, and we do wish those injured a speedy recovery. Now heading down to Krabi. And this is reported on the Kausot English Facebook page. Minibus operators at Nang Beach town in Krabi province said they will petition the local authorities to protect them from app drivers who are encroaching on their decade-old livelihood. The group, which is composed of around 100 vehicles, say they're locals, so they should be protected. My only comment on this story is that I'd like to change the word livelihood so it reads their decade-old monopoly. And these tuk-tuk and taxi drivers, especially in tourist towns, have been enjoying ripping off tourists for decades, and the best thing that's ever happened to consumers visiting these areas is a better competition. Certainly brought the price down, and I would urge anybody, if they are travelling around, to take advantage of the opportunity you have to get a lower price and use the apps. Use the taxis and the tuk-tuks by all means, but be aware that you are going to be paying a lot more. And just crossing over Pattaya Bay from Krabi back to Phuket, and they've got, well, a very special visitor. The world's most beautiful ship docks in Phuket. The Italian Navy's iconic and perhaps the most beautiful ship, the Amerigo Vespucci, will dock at Phuket's Cape Panois from today until this Sunday. And you can register at that link if you'd like to check out the boat. nationthailand.com is where the article is, and there will be 2 visits each day at 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. The tall ship, which has been in service since 1931, embarked on a 20-month-long world tour in July last year with 15 scheduled stops. And the aim of its journey is to promote Italian culture as well as train future sailors. Now, I'm lucky to have done a lot of sailing over the years, and whilst I appreciate the beauty of some of these old boats, if I'm going from A to B via the sea, I think I'd probably choose something just a little bit quicker. And with that, that's a bit of a wrap-up of things happening around Thailand. For the US citizens watching, I hope you get what you're looking for in today's election count. It might be a few days, even a few weeks, until we have some sort of final result. We don't want to talk about it in the comments section, and if you do start talking about it, we will delete your comments. But thanks for watching today, and we will be back again tomorrow.